anybody knew that I peed on myself. But I did, because I don't like to be scared. Clowns in the yard, clowns hanging out of trees, clowns at the front door. Why do you want to scare people? Lights will be good here. Good morning. I am leaving my house. It is 6:25 and you can't see a thing. Okay, hello. Last week was a hot mess. It was a pretty bad week, probably one of the worst this whole school year, and I just went off on a lot of people. A lot of people got on my nerves, and I was just really ready for last week to be over, and it dragged on forever. Friday came and I was like, peace. Like, I didn't take anything home with me this weekend, and I just left, and I needed that. And then Saturday I just stayed home the whole day. Why are you riding me so hard? Like, the speed limit's 30. And that's so annoying. Do y'all see how close? Y'all can't see how close this person is, but I mean, like, whoever this is behind me are clearly in a hurry, and I'm in the neighborhood. Well, Friday night I soaked. Actually, my husband took MJ to the gym, and mommy had a mommy night. So I put some Epsom salt in the bathtub, and I just relaxed. And I think I was in bed by like 8:30. This week is a whole new week, and I'm hoping, very hopeful, that it's going to be a wonderful week, and it should be an easy week. Very simple. Every time I say that, something goes crazy at work, but I mean, what we're learning is just building up on what we did over the last week and a half, and we're going to be in the computer lab twice this week, hopefully, and it's just going to be a good day. I think I'm going to take an early day on Friday because MJ has like this fun run thing, and I do want to support him. It's kind of hard being a teacher and a mommy because you have that struggle, but this year I told myself I'm going to give my baby my all. So I'm going to take a half day. Hopefully I don't have to take a half day because it's only going to be like leaving an hour early. So I'm hopeful that I will be able to have someone take over my class for just an hour. This week is going to be simple and fun. I have some little puffs at the top, and I have my hair in twists still, and these twists are probably, I think, on week 3. I probably could have taken them out, but I'm just gonna hold on to them for another week. Stopping at my favorite little Stripes, and so I'm gonna get my coffee and my taco. And I kind of almost just want the coffee for the taste this morning. I'm not like at the drained point, so I've been trying to talk myself out of getting coffee this morning because I'm trying to break the habit. I don't want to just drink coffee just because it's there, but I didn't drink coffee all weekend. I don't think I've drank coffee since Wednesday, and so I'm just gonna get it today. I got my taco, and let me tell y'all what I do. It's kind of hood, but I do it anyway. So they charge you like 40 cents for every extra thing that you get, and of course that equals cheese. So I got my sliced cheese right here from home, and I'm just going to add that to my taco. Don't judge me, y'all. 40 cents adds up because I get tacos like once or twice a week, so you gotta save those coins. Good morning. I did not vlog yesterday. I was trying to vlog all week, but yesterday just did not happen, and I don't know why I didn't vlog yesterday. It wasn't really a rough day. It was a tiring day. So I made a Kahoot for a test review, and myself and the other math teacher got our students together into the computer lab, and we let the students play Kahoot. Kahoot is a really cool, fun, interactive game, and it's free, and there's a lot of templates or a lot of quizzes that are already available on the website, but I chose to make a review that was specific for the test that the students are taking today. So that was kind of fun. It was a little crazy because, you know, it's sometimes crazy when you get two teachers with their classroom, so you have 50 students together and in the computer lab, and they all didn't have a computer, so some of them had to share. And then you have two different teaching styles, two different behavior management systems, and it was a little bit chaotic at times. Classes, I teach 4 math classes, she teaches 3, and then another class, so I was able to bring just one of my classes into the computer lab by ourselves, and it was way more productive. So I'm not sure if we will be doing group things anymore because it just was not as successful as I would have wanted it to be, and I don't feel like it was the best review because of the behavior issues. I noticed some of my students were even acting different being in there with the other students from the other teacher's class. So I don't know. It was good. So I feel like students who paid attention really got a good review, and I feel like some students who were distracted with the other classes that were in there, they didn't really benefit as much. But I sent the same review home through email and through an app called Remind, which is also another free app, so the students got to experience the same thing at home. And I told the students, you know, if you didn't feel like you got a good review, if you feel like you want to see it more, review again this evening, please let your parents know to check their email and to use the PowerPoint. I created a PowerPoint that was the same questions as the Kahoot, so students could see the question and then the next slide was the answer. I got a couple of parents who said they really enjoyed having the information sent to them, and they thanked me, and so I'm hopeful that today's test will go very well. So today is going to be a day of me actively monitoring, which means that I'm going to be on my feet all day, walking around, making sure that students are on task, making sure that they are doing the best they can, showing all of their thinking, because our quizzes and tests are practice for the STAR test, which is the state test here in Texas. I woke up really tired today, and so I am making a Starbucks run. I didn't drink coffee yesterday, and some of my coworkers were like, you must not have got your coffee today because your brain is off. Because I was a little off. Like, I'm glad yesterday was like a, you know, there were some teaching moments here and there, but for the most part it was a review, and I'm happy that I didn't schedule in to like teach something, because it probably would have been a hot mess, because my brain wasn't really on here yesterday. So I'm hopeful that they have an apple fritter at Starbucks. I love eating apple fritters, and I really want to go to a Valero, and I might do that this weekend because Valero has the best apple fritters like ever. I think it's Valero. Is that the green one? It's like a tealish green color gas station. I think it is, and I love their apple fritters. But Starbucks is, you know, it's pretty good. It's okay. Last night, MJ and I went on a date. We went to Chili's because our school had like a give back charity event at Chili's, and so once a year Chili's will allow us to have our students and parents and all of that go to Chili's all day, and our school will get back some of the proceeds that Chili's made that night. So MJ loves Chili's. He doesn't actually love Chili's, he actually loves a little game thing that's at Chili's, which I don't understand, because I have downloaded the exact same games from the Apple Store onto my tablet for him to play, and it's not as fun. So he just wants me to spend my little $2, and he plays the same exact games that I have downloaded. So that's why he loves Chili's. But it was nice. We got to chat a little bit, but it was so packed. I don't even think we left there till like 9:45, and MJ's bedtime is 8:30. My bedtime is like 8:15. So we were both drained, and I am tired today. So I did put on some makeup. That didn't help at all. I don't have anything on my lips yet, but I did my eyeshadow. I put some blush on. I used my Charlotte LaCroix CC cream on my face, and a very simple look. But October is here. It is breast cancer awareness, and I've been rocking pink all week. So I have like this, actually I have this blue cami on, it's navy, and then this light pink cami, and then over top of it I have this 3/4 thing. It's not a sweater, it's actually pretty thin material, but I like the fact that it's kind of long. Like, it doesn't go all the way, like the bottom part doesn't go all the way down to my knees, but it kind of hits me like in my mid thigh area. So I like it. And then these pants I've had since high school. Oh my goodness, they're pretty much on their last leg. I squeezed my behind in them this morning, and I just need to go shopping, y'all, because I have been out of high school for 13 years, and it's pretty amazing that I can still wear my jeans. They are quite tight though now, but I like them because they're like a lighter wash blue jean, and they have like this pink embroidered flower type system going up and down the leg, so I thought it matched the pink theme. They have not gotten very much use out of them in the 13 years. You know what, I don't even think I got them my senior year. I probably got them like my sophomore year, and so they're probably 15 years old. It's crazy. So I love saving money, and before I checked out at Starbucks, my phone said to let the barista know that you have some rewards, because I do have the Starbucks card. I think I'm like a gold member. Is that like a gold member? Is that a movie? Basically, I've spent a lot of money at Starbucks, and so like I have some kind of card through them, and then like I get rewards all the time when I use so many stars. Like, I got an apple fritter and a coffee, and whatever the rewards was, it took off like half my order. So I'm excited about that. I got coffee and an apple fritter for $2, and I think it was like 60 cents or something. So thank you, Starbucks rewards. See, it's gonna be a good day, y'all. I don't know. Seriously? Okay, so this is creepy. Like, there's all these clowns in this. Y'all, I don't like Halloween. You've been watching me for a while. You know that I don't celebrate anything, pretty much. Any of like the normal holidays that people celebrate. But Halloween has got to be the most satanic thing, and I don't understand, and I don't want to get on my soapbox or anything like that, but I don't understand how people can be so evil. And if you have not heard, clowns in the South, like, clowns have been making threats all over the place at schools and like with people and all that stuff. And I just passed this yard that had like clowns in the yard, clowns hanging out of trees, clowns at the front door. Like, they purposely are trying to scare children, and I don't understand what's like happy or fun about scaring children. And then it's like, you know, children are going, you tell them not to take candy from a stranger, and then that's what you're doing on that day, and it just feels so evil to me. The day, like, why do you want to scare people? I don't like to be scared. You know, years ago, like when I was in high school, I went to haunted houses and haunted woods, and I hated it. I just went because my friends were going, like, you know, after dances and stuff, we would go, and they thought it was funny, and I peed on myself one time in a haunted house. I'm not even gonna lie, I think it was the haunted woods. It was after homecoming, and we like changed from out of our dresses and stuff. It was after the dance. We went to a haunted woods, and there was this guy chasing me, and I was so afraid, and I didn't even have to pee, but I peed on myself. I was so embarrassed. I'm glad I had a jacket because it's fall, so it's pretty cold outside. Wrapped that baby around my waist, and I don't think anybody knew that I peed on myself, but I did because I don't like to be scared. But you know, peer pressure, I just couldn't not go. I couldn't be the only one not going. So yeah, I'm at work now. I don't think I'll be vlogging at work, but if I do, y'all see, and if not, I will see y'all in the morning. now it's after work and I am headed home. I'm actually about 2 minutes away from my house right now, and I'm so sad because my husband called me like as I was about to go to this training that I had to go to let me know that he had to pick MJ up from school early today because he got sick at school. Like, he was vomiting a few times. I'm going to go home and love on him. I hope it's nothing too bad or too serious. Maybe it's a little bug or something. Maybe it's something he ate at Chili's last night. I don't know. But I don't like when my baby's sick, and it makes it really hard to be a teacher. Because when I do go to work and my child is sick, I'm choosing other people's children over mine, and that's always a struggle for me. So I already planned on taking half a day off and surprising MJ because they have that fun run thing on Friday. Tomorrow is Thursday, so I'm hoping that he will be okay. It won't be too bad, and I'll be able to just love on him this evening, and then my husband will be able to maybe stay home with him tomorrow, because I don't think they'll let him go back to school tomorrow. But if push comes to shove, then I'm just gonna have to take off tomorrow as well. If he's in bed, then I know he's really not feeling well. But if he's running around, then it's like, okay, well, his body is sick, but he's still good. So we'll see how he's doing when I get there. Good morning, guys. MJ was fine yesterday. When I got home, he did run to me, let me hold him for a while, like a good 5 minutes. So I just held him, rubbed his back, cuddled him, he laid on my shoulder, and that was pretty much it. Like, he was fine the rest of the evening. Like, when my husband picked him up, he had him take a nap. Then after his long nap, as MJ said, then he woke up and he was fine. He was actually better than fine. Like, my husband and I were trying to have a conversation, and MJ was just in the dining room with us, just making all these random noises. And I told MJ, I was like, honey, mom and daddy are talking, you cannot be making all this noise. And he kind of looked at me and he still made the weird noises, and I was like, if you can't handle it, then you need to leave. And he kind of looked at me and I was like, can you handle it? And he said no, and he got off the chair and he walked in the living room. And at first I was like, really? He couldn't handle that? But then I was kind of like, okay, so he accepted the fact that he couldn't handle being quiet, and he removed himself from the situation. So hey, we celebrate successes. Today the students are going to be in the computer lab again. I need to get them started on this program, and it's just easier. I have 4 student computers in my classroom, and then we also have laptops, so I could like get laptops and set them all up around my room, but it's so much easier if the computer lab is available and I kind of rent it out ahead of time. It's so much easier to just let the students go into a computer lab where everything's already set up. I'm confused. What are you doing? It's better to do it that way. So I am now stopping at HEB because I don't feel like eating leftovers again. I've been eating spaghetti and I want a salad, so I'm going to get my favorite little salad. This morning, pretty much like every other morning, HEB was like the teacher store, because I saw one of my co-workers in there. She was actually leaving as I was going in, so we chatted for a second, and then the person behind me, I saw his badge and realized he works for the same school district I work for, at a local high school. So I told him where I was at, and that was it. I'm headed to work. I'll show you my salad that I got. This is like my favorite one. I also like their chicken one, but this one is the, what is this? The strawberry honey roasted pecan. I love it. It has cranberries, strawberries, pecans, spinach, coconut, and then I normally eat it with the raspberry vinaigrette that they also sell there, but today I'm just going to eat it with my Italian dressing by Olive Garden. I brought it from home. So I'm just going to head in. Whoa, that is a massive cloud. Oh my goodness. I like couldn't even show it to you if I wanted to. There is the, like, it's like the clouds are really, really puffy, but then there's this one cloud that almost looks like, I don't know, like the arc or something. It's pretty cool looking. But I do not like driving to work in the dark. It's 6:45 and it's still dark, and I know the time's going to change soon, but I don't like driving in the dark. So I will see y'all later. Good morning. It is Friday, and as you can see, it's actually light outside right now. I am leaving my house a little bit, not a little bit, very late this morning. It's 7:15 right now, and I need to be at work by 7:40. I am going to stop at Jack in the Box this morning, and I'm going to get a breakfast Jack combo. And I am staying at work half a day. Am I prepared for that? No, I'm not. But I just am going to have to deal with that. I did wake up at my normal 4:30 time this morning. I think I woke up at 4:30. But I just got things ready, and conferences are on Monday. Well, it's the whole week, but Monday we have the day dedicated. I think I said that previously. I was wondering why that truck blew his horn. I guess he was letting me know he was running the light, because as he went through the light, my light turned green. So maybe truck drivers do that. They honk the horn when they're letting you know, stop, don't go anywhere, because if you do, I'm going to hit you. Next week are conferences, and so we have to fill out all this paperwork. I teach 4 classes. That means there's 4 different sets of students, and so realistically, if I just have a week to meet, I can't meet with all the students. And the same is with the other teachers who are in my quad that I teach with. So we all have to fill out these sheets, and of course we try to make it to all the conferences, but in case we can't because of time, you know, whatever, because of time we're not able to meet, we have a sheet and we fill it out for each of our students. And so then the teacher who is conducting the conference can just inform the parents of that information. And it also actually works out really good because it keeps me organized, and I already have what I'm going to say about each student there. So when I'm sitting there in front of the parent, I'm not like, okay, let me think about this child. Like, I've already done that ahead of time, and so I can just tell the parents pretty much what's written on the paper. Instead of going to work early and doing it at work, I just brought it all home with me last night, and I planned on working on it last night, but that did not happen. So I just got up this morning, I slowly got dressed, slowly got MJ's lunch, and so I'm leaving work early today because I need to go support MJ at school. It's really foggy today. It rained last night for about 30 minutes, maybe like between 5 and 5:30 it was raining, and today it kind of seems like it's really overcast right now. So I hope it doesn't rain, and I hope they can still do their little fun run, because I know he'd be sad if they'd have to reschedule. Yesterday I was almost thinking about just taking a full day, because every time I plan for an easy week, it doesn't seem to go that way. So this week seemed to be easy. Like, we learned we reviewed some information on Monday. Tuesday was a review in the computer lab. Wednesday was a test. Thursday we had to take another test, but this was a computer test, so the students could still be in the computer lab. But this was my first time doing this test. It's called Think Through Math, and the company came out and like talked to us about the program after school one day. And so they talk about like this pre-assessment that they want us to get the students done, and I was kind of like apprehensive about taking it, because I'm like really, why are we giving them another test? Why am I going to have to like put some other stress on them? But looking at the results from the test, I'm happy. Like, the test is really accurate. Like, I think they told us it's the same company who does the Lexile levels, give a pretty accurate assessment as to where students should be as far as grade level and where they really are. Some of the students who I knew struggled already, I looked at their test results, they're on like a 3rd grade level, and it is very, very much true to what I thought they would score at. And that's a 2-level grade gap. So I'm going to have to really work hard, and I'm going to make sure I put them on the program weekly the ones who are not where they need to be at. There were some students who I'm kind of like, well, yeah, they're just performing at a very low 5th grade level, like almost mid 4th grade level. And yeah, it tells you, like, as far as if they're 5th grade, are they low 5th grade, are they basic 5th grade, are they proficient 5th grade, are they high? And some of my students are at a 6th grade level. I'm thankful that I did the test, even though I was a little apprehensive at first. Once I leave work, I am going to, I think, go home, meet my husband at home, because he's going to take an early day today also. And we're going to go home, and I'm going to get my camera so I can be that mom. And then we're going to have lunch together at a restaurant that my cousin is actually the executive chef at. And sadly, I think they've been open for like a year and I have not gone there. So I'm going to go support him today. And I'm at Jack in the Box. I'm finally off work and I'm heading to the restaurant to meet my husband there. We were kind of hoping on going home and riding together, but of course life happens differently all the time. So my husband got stuck at his appointment at work and he wouldn't be able to get home, and then I stayed at work a little bit longer than I planned on staying at work because my substitute didn't show up. So she was supposed to be there at 11:30. My third class ended at 11:45. So because she wasn't there, I stayed to make sure that my students were supervised until, you know, I left. It was no point in like splitting them and all that for 15 minutes. So instead of leaving at 11:30, I left at 12. And so now I'm heading to lunch. Hopefully, I need to be at MJ's school in about an hour. The restaurant is only about 10 minutes away from his school, so we should be okay. Hopefully they're not too busy. I was trying to call, but no one was answering the phone. My cousin's phone is off. So if, you know, there is a line or whatever, hopefully I can name drop and then, you know, I can get a seat. But we'll see. I told myself to grab my camera, but of course I forgot because I had to do some other things before I left home. So my husband's phone will just have to do. I think he has a 6S or whatever, so his quality is a little bit better than mine. I have a 5S, and so we'll just use his camera to take pictures. I was on this side of the street, but I thought the restaurant was on this side, so of course I passed up the restaurant, turn left in here, and then realize it's on the other side of the street. So now I have to make a U-turn. I need to get over there and I'm way over here. So it's just ridiculous. These are donuts. This is salted caramel. So I am back and MJ's here with me. So my husband just dropped us off because I have to make a run to Sally's. We just went to Bahama Bucks. Y'all know that that's our favorite snow cone place. There's a bug in here. It doesn't want to get out.